Hey guys, Trishan Midget here. So I got a pretty cool gun. This is a Krytac M4. It's just not a standard Krytac M4. It is a dual sector gear, which is pretty cool. I also pulled up a link of it. It's the MK2-M CRB is what they call it. It's 355 and it comes in a couple different colors. This one is in the gray, which is awesome. Here's combat gray. I'll pull it up. Pretty sure that's the exact gun that's on here. Or this is the exact gun, in fact. He might have shortened the barrel. And the reason why I say that is because it's recessed. I'll get to that later. Let's start from the back and go to the front on this one. So on the back it has an EPS stock. This is a Magpul stock. EPS, like I said. It has plenty of storage space in here. Plenty. Right now we have a 2000 milliamp 11.1. He bought 2 of these and he's going to wire them to Dean's for the BTC that's in here. This is what I'd recommend to use. He could use a bigger battery, but this I found is just like the weakest battery you want to run in DSGs generally because it's a little weaker, but you'll see the performance is still really good. Moving forward, we have a metal buffer tube, the ambi sling mount that comes on Krytacs, the gray body. This is the Mark II, so it's like the billet style receiver. You guys have all seen this. The selector switch has been taken out because the screw got stripped and I had to cut a line in it with a Dremel, so it looked a little ugly, so I kind of just didn't put it back on here so that it's not just cosmetically ugly looking. Most people don't need the ambi feature unless they're actually a lefty, even if they are, like, let's be honest, with an M4 it's not hard to switch the selector. You have to take your hand off the trigger, but not really the grip. You're still here on the grip, but it's easier with righty for sure. Moving forward even more, we have the M-LOK rail. What is this? Probably 12 inches or so. It's in the gray color as well. Like I said earlier, it looks like on the picture the barrel's longer. So I don't know if he maybe purchased a shorter version and then got a longer rail or something, or maybe they actually come with a version like this. I don't know. That has a shorter inner barrel but kind of a longer rail. So I don't know. Maybe he just kind of mixed and matched parts. You know, maybe used a shorter Krytac barrel with a longer Krytac rail and did that himself. I don't know. Or maybe it came like this. On the front here, it has a BCM grip. It is kind of angled back a little bit, and it is M-LOK featured, so it fits right on the M-LOK. On the rail on the top, it's got a KAC sight mount. In fact, it's got the logo, so this might be a real one. It looks heavy duty. And then on the top, it's the ARO adaptive reflex optic. I'm not sure. Okay, it's made by AT3 Tactical. And then that's their logo, I guess. I don't know, never heard of them. It's pretty clear. It's got a power on button, and then you can, you have to hold it to turn it on, and then you can adjust the brightness. That would definitely be daytime. Like all the way bright on daytime is really clear. And then you hold it to turn it off, and then click it just to lower the brightness, and it goes round robin, so it goes back to the brightest again. So awesome sight on here. It is risen a little bit, which looks a little funky to me, but it's totally functional because he can use the red dot with his flashlight. And this is a TLR-1HL. Oh man, I don't know that I've ever used a legitimate TLR, and I'm pretty sure this is a legitimate one. This isn't some cheap knockoff, I don't think. What's really nice about these is this lever here flips down and the light turns on. I don't know if you can see that. So you can just kind of go like that and strobe if you want, or just do whatever you want. Even turn it on as you shoot and turn it off when you're not shooting, and then, you know, like up, you know, you can do your thing. Now, if you want it on all the time, you can actually flip it down and it clicks this lever, and then you can just flip it back. It's so intuitive, and I've not used such a better replica, or maybe this is the real thing, I don't know. This is really nice. The one that I had was trash, total trash, and it was years ago. So yeah, also the suppressor it's one of the Oh, shoot. Okay, so I couldn't remember the brand of the suppressor, and it was the same company as my Chrono, so I went to get my Chrono. It is Ace Tech, is what it is. So this might be the Ace Tech lighter, or whatever versions they have. They have a couple different ones. This might be like the middle-sized. I don't think this is the lighter. The lighter's smaller, I believe, because my brother's got one up there. So this is some sort of tracer from them. So pretty cool. He does play some indoor. He said he plays at GamePod over in California, and then I think just some of those outdoor fields out there, maybe like SC Village and blah blah blah. But all those FPS limits are 400 for AEGs, so this is closer to that. Internals on it, it's got I believe it's an Umbrella Armory R-Hop barrel, is what he said, I'm pretty sure, and then a Pro 1 hop-up. So it's pretty nice. As far as the actual performance, it's pretty good, but nothing that I would say would be worth like $100 for the sort of barrel. I think pre-R-Hop barrels, these people try to sell, it's way too expensive and overpriced. But that's just me, I guess. Some people think it's worth it, and so he purchased it, and it shoots pretty good, but I've put together better shooting guns with much less parts. For the gearbox parts, it's got a retro arms trigger, a BTC Spectre Mark II Bluetooth, which is awesome because I can adjust the features with my phone here. What else? SHS DSG, Krytac steel bushings, SHS metal rack piston, SHS M150 spring. I believe that's it. Pretty nice build though. As far as performance and stuff, the rate of fire is lowered because it does not feed. He said he would not use full auto very often, so he was kind of fine with it shooting slower or maybe only feeding with high caps. So it feeds with high caps at 30 rounds a second. I have it set at, so it's lowered. Still pretty nice gun. It's not like super crazy DSG fast, but some fields limit rate of fire anyways, which is utter cringe. But 30 is just, you know, in that spot that generally nobody's going to say anything, especially with an AEG. Generally that's accepted. And if it's not, then shame on whoever's crying about it. And the gun runs great. So let's go ahead and get it chronoed. Okay, so I got it overhopped a little bit, and I got a high cap loaded up with .25s. This is a Krytac high cap that I've used probably 7-8 times, so it's actually had some pretty decent use on it. Let's go ahead and put it through. 343, 346, 350, 346, 349, 346, 351, 348, so pretty consistent. 348.1 is 1.41 joules. So just over 1.4 joules with 2 5s is actually really good. That is a great competitive FPS for outdoor use. Semi-auto is really quick on this gun, so you can tap people really quick, just like any HPA gun, really. And it's carrying some decent joules with it. Now, again, he plays at GamePod, and they allow 400 with an AEG at that indoor place. Granted, it is the biggest indoor field in, like, the world, I'm pretty sure. It's got to be. That thing is gigantic. They do some full auto games there, so he'll be able to pop some high caps in here and use 30 rounds a second indoors, which would be cool. So in terms of actual FPS with a .2, it's about 385 with a .2 right now, because we're hovering about 345 to 350 with the 2 5. So yeah, that's about 385 with a .2. Alright, let's try some full auto. So as you can see there, that's actually higher than 30 rounds a second. Shimming is nice. Let's go ahead and shoot some more here. And it's got some range on full auto too. Like, it will pepper somebody at 200 feet. It's a little windy out here actually too. And yeah, I would recommend 2 5s indoor and outdoor. So as you can see there, full auto is chugging pretty good. Let's go ahead and try some mid caps on semi. Okay, first mag is a Vietnam style mid cap mag brand with 2 5s. So you can spam the trigger really fast with this gun. For outdoor use, that is great. And even game pod, because game pod is gigantic. You can sit there at a corner and just laser people, which is pretty cool. Okay, fed through pretty much the whole thing. Let's try a King Arms mid-cap now. We'll try a little bit of full auto on this one. Because I did try full auto on that one and it did not work. But I did not try an Elite Force yet. Try full auto. Yeah, it's kind of a no-go. It skips a lot. Yeah. But as you can see, semi will keep up to probably 15 rounds a second at least on semi. Like, if you really get into it, it'll keep feeding. As far as range, I'd say honestly only 200 feet. Like the R-Hop really doesn't do an insane amount for this gun. But it shoots good regardless. I have a little bit more left in that high cap, so let's go ahead and use that. Yeah, pretty much out of ammo, but really nice. Good trigger response, good rate of fire. Oh, I totally forgot to tell you what motor it has in here. That's what I messed up. I missed the motor, such an essential part. The motor in here is an SHS high torque. It's like a little over $30 on Burl Armory, and that's what's in here, and it shoots great. It would be shooting about 40 rounds a second on full auto with no delay, but we delayed it to 30 so that it would feed. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. And thank you so much for watching this video, and stay tuned for more content. I've been really busy, so hard to get stuff out, but I'm working on it. So see you later.